Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this 2021 Toyota Sequoia TRD Sport, but I would like to give a special thanks to South Dade Toyota for providing me with the Sequoia. If you're in the market for a Toyota, you can come check out South Dade Toyota and ask for Wilford. He'll get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's start off underneath the hood here of the Toyota Sequoia here. This has Toyota's one engine choice, which is a 5.7 liter V8. It makes 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. As the Sequoia sits, it weighs 5,900 pounds. Fuel economy for this big old beast here is rated at 13 in the city, 17 on the highway, and 14 combined. Compared to the gears here, this is down by 4 gears compared to the Ford and also the Chevy. And this can tow 7,100 pounds. It's also down by 1,000 pounds compared to the Ford and Chevy as well. So Toyota, they need to step up the towing capacity here and also the fuel economy, which is bad. And like I mentioned, this thing is paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. But shedding the hood here of the Toyota Sequoia, the Sequoia that I'm testing today is painted in this super white exterior color. It looks really good with the aluminum and the black finish here. I do like the blacked out Toyota emblem. Looking at these headlights, they're going to be a full LED with an LED turn signal with an LED daytime running light. And here at the lower part of the fascia, Toyota does throw in full LED fog lights. There's also front parking sensors. This little black piece here is for the Toyota Safety Sense P. It does include pedestrian and cyclist detection with forward collision warning. I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section, what do you guys think about the Toyota Sequoia? Honestly, I think it's a nice, handsome, full-size SUV, but it's time for Toyota to basically redesign the Sequoia immediately. Looking at the side profile here of the Toyota Sequoia, let's start with these tires and wheels here. These are a 275/55 tire. They're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. I do like the gloss black finish here. Looking here, this is blacked out mirror cap. And up top, Toyota does not offer a panoramic sunroof here on this generation of Sequoia. Maybe for the next generation they might offer a panoramic sunroof, but this does come standard with a standard sunroof with these black roof rails. At the lower part of the door, there's the TRD Sport badge. There's also these fixed running boards here. The wheelbase for the Sequoia is at 122 inches with an overall length of 205.1. That's right on par with every other full-size SUV in this segment. Looking here at the rear of the Toyota Sequoia, let's start out with these taillights here. They're going to be an incandescent design, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. There's this blacked out Toyota emblem there. There's this rear wiper here to keep the rear glass clean. The third brake light lives up top. There's a rear spoiler. I like that Toyota has Sequoia spelled out here. Down here is going to be a backup camera with LED lights for the tag. There's rear parking sensors. There's the 7 and 4 pin connector. There's the tow hitch receiver there. And Toyota says you can tow 7,100 pounds. It's down by 1,000 pounds compared to the other competitors in this segment here. But open up the cargo back here. This is a manual power opening tailgate. With all the seats folded up, you get 18.9 cubic feet of space. And to fold down the seats here, Toyota gives you these power controls here. Once you fold down everything, you get 120 cubic feet of space. So that's right on par with everything else in this segment. Sitting inside the interior of the Toyota Sequoia, of course, Toyota knows that they need to redesign the Sequoia from the exterior also to the interior here. But shutting the door of the Sequoia here, to start it up, just put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here. This has Toyota's one engine choice, which is a 5.7 liter V8. Looking at the door panel materials here is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's this black door handle here. It is automatic up, automatic down for the driver and passenger windows, but not for the rear windows. There's this grab handle here to shut the door. It's going to be nice and padded there. There's additional storage here. Down here is going to be a cup holder with more storage, an automatic high beam switch, your mirror controls. This is a manual tilt telescoping wheel. It does offer a good amount of range and adjustability. The headlight and turn signal stock is here, and the wind wiper stock is going to be there. I do like the steering wheel. This is the same steering wheel that's off the Toyota Tundra and the Toyota 4Runner. It does have forward collision warning with lane keeping assist. There's your volume controls there, your sync and track controls there. You can also mute the radio if you would like. I do like the Toyota emblem here. Nice leather stitching here in the steering wheel. There's this helper screen here in front of you. You can customize that to show you different stuff like your rear cross traffic alert, your blind spot monitoring, your forward collision warning, your lane keeping assist. So you can customize a small helper screen to show you different stuff like that. And Toyota keeps it simple with the analog gauges. The upper part of the dashboard here is going to be a hard touch plastic, but it's going to be an area that you're not going to be touching. There's your hazard switch here. Over here is the parking sensors, the stability control. You can also lower the rear glass down via this control here. Of course, like I mentioned, is push button start. And this old Toyota cruise control stock here. You can put this thing in 4-wheel low, 4-wheel high, and also 2-wheel drive. It does offer 10 inches of ground clearance. There's these big knobs here for the climate control. There's also a heated seat function there. There's some cool seats here. There's going to be 3 USB ports here with a 12 volt. Putting the Sequoia into reverse. This is big knob here. It does have TRD embroidered here on the actual shift knob there. But looking at the backup camera, it does offer distance markers, no trajectory. It does offer front and rear parking sensors. Kicking it down here, there's a sport mode in the transmission. This does have the 6-speed automatic transmission. It's down 4 gears compared to the Ford and Chevy. There's actual 3 cup holders here. You can also remove this little piece here. It does reveal more storage. Looking at the key fob here of the Sequoia, Toyota keeps it really simple. There's a lock, unlock, and a panic button. There's the Toyota emblem in the back of the key fob. There's a tow haul mode. Also, you can lock the center diff. Like I mentioned, you do get 10 inches of ground clearance. Up here is going to be incandescent lighting there. Over here is going to be a sunglass holder. That's an SOS button. You can open this standard sunroof here. Toyota does not offer a panoramic sunroof on the Sequoia. You can also open and close the shade if you would like. The center armrest here is going to be nice and padded. It does offer a lot of storage here. As you guys can see, my mask and whatnot, all that's going to be in there. So like I mentioned, it's going to be nice and padded. The seats in here, they're plush. They're very comfortable. Looking at the glove compartment, it does offer a decent amount of storage. There's one up top, so just in case you want to have some stuff separated. Looking here at this 6 or 7 inch display, this does offer Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Looking at the Google Maps, it does take up the complete screen. There's the small volume and tune knob there, but there's these dedicated buttons there. But overall, like I mentioned, Toyota knows that they need to update the Sequoia from the exterior also to the interior. But let's hop into the second and third row of the Toyota Sequoia. So get into the second and third row here of the Toyota Sequoia. The door opens completely wide back here, but getting back here, there's these fixed running boards here. Shutting the door here, the door sounds pretty solid. I do have plenty of headroom here. I'm only 5'8". There's gonna be 2 mat pockets back here for storage. Toyota does throw in your own set of rear air vents back here. There's a 12 volt, and once you pull this down, it does reveal 2 cup holders. The floor back here is completely flat, and Toyota says you get 40.9 inches of legroom. You can slide the seats forward and back if you would like. You can also recline them as well, so just in case you want to go on a long road trip, you can basically get really comfortable back here. The materials are going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's the lights up here, which is an incandescent, the air vents as well. But let's hop into the third row of the Sequoia really quick. Toyota makes it pretty simple. They give you this handle here. Once you do that, the seat will hydraulically slide forward. And the Sequoia does have an independent rear suspension. I'm going to sit on this side of the vehicle. This is what the seat at as far as setting. My knees are not touching the seat back here, so I do have plenty of foot room here. There's going to be 4 cup holders in total back here. You can also power recline the seat here. There's going to be incandescent lighting back here. There's rear air vents. There's a grab handle. There's some storage compartments down here. But overall, the second and third row of the Sequoia does feel really spacious, just like every other competitor in this segment. So starting off in the 2021 Toyota Sequoia TRD Sport. This has Toyota's one engine choice, which is a 5.7 liter V8. It's paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Like I mentioned earlier, this is down 4 gears compared to the Ford and the GM twins. This weighs around 5,900 pounds, so basically almost 6,000 pounds, and it's slugging around that 6-speed automatic transmission. So this vehicle does get 13 in the city, 17 on the highway, and 14 combined. So that's why the fuel economy is so bad, because of that 6-speed automatic, and also the weight of this vehicle, which I mentioned, this thing almost weighs 6,000 pounds. So I know that Toyota is coming out with a new version of the Sequoia, maybe this year or 2023 or 2024. I'm not sure when they're supposed to be releasing the redesign, because this right here is sort of kind of a refresh in a sense. I do like the front styling, it does look bold. You're looking for a different vehicle in the segment. If you don't want the Ford or you don't want the Chevy, you want a Toyota product, they basically give you this Sequoia. You can fit your family in here. You do get a lot of cargo, which is at 120 cubic feet of it. Once you fold down all the seats back there, you get plenty of rear leg room. The visibility out of Sequoia is really good. This rides on the same platform as the Toyota Tundra, so it's a body on frame truck here. This does have Toyota Safety Sense P, which includes pedestrian and cyclist detection with rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning. So Toyota does keep you safe with the driver's assistance. This just has a standard sunroof here. I've been driving this truck for the last couple of hours and I've been averaging around 11 miles to the gallon. This thing is pretty thirsty. When I first got this truck from the dealership, my apologies. Excuse me. My apologies. When I got this truck from the dealership, this thing had around 2 to 3 miles until it was like completely empty. It took, I want to say $60, and gas here in Miami is at $2.67. So it nearly took $60 to fill this big old truck up. Like I mentioned, this thing gets 13 in the city, 17 on the highway, and 14 combined because the weight of the truck and also that 6-speed automatic. So if you're looking to get better fuel economy, you have to look at the other competitors like the Ford and also the GM twins, which is the Tahoe and the Yukon, if you're looking to get a better fuel economy. Let's talk about the steering feel. It's very playful in the Sequoia. I'm legit going like this and the truck is barely even moving. So the steering feel is really numb. And like I mentioned, this thing does have a 6-speed automatic transmission. So once I put my foot to the floor here, that V8 wakes up and it legit puts the power to the ground. This makes 381 horsepower, like I mentioned, and 401 pound-feet of torque. See, now, if this thing had either an 8-speed, a 9-speed, or a 10-speed, it might get better fuel economy. But since it has a 6-speed, but this powertrain here is legit bulletproof. Toyota been building this powertrain for many, many years, and this powertrain is known to be very reliable. No problems with this powertrain here. Even when I'm driving, I don't hear any rattling, no harsh vibrations from the steering wheel or through the pedals here. So this engine here is built to basically last for a very long time. Like I mentioned, great visibility. But we're gonna hop on the expressway here and test out the how this thing drives on the actual expressway. But it handles really good, but you know, I won't push it too hard because it's an SUV and I don't want it to basically topple over. But that V8 sounds pretty good as well. That 6-speed automatic, it's responsive. Don't get me wrong, it's not sluggish, it's really responsive. It knows what right gear to be in. But and you guys hear that beep, that's the lane departure warning. And that V8 sounds pretty damn good, Toyota. That V8 sounds really good. Like I mentioned, this does have Toyota safety sense. So now I'm on the highway and I'm doing 65 miles an hour here. You guys can hear the wind now because I'm at a high speed. And talk about the exterior styling, that's why you guys hear a lot of wind, because this Sequoia here basically looks like a shoebox on 4 wheels. And that's why it gets really bad fuel economy. It gets 17 on the highway. The other competitors probably going like 18 or 20 miles to the gallon. And Chevy GM is the only one to offer a diesel powertrain. You can get that in the Yukon, Escalade, and also in the Tahoe and Suburban vehicles as well. And those get around 24 to 26 miles to the gallon. So if you're looking for a better body on frame SUV that gets great fuel economy, you have to check out the other competitors. So after spending time with the 2021 Toyota Sequoia TRD Sport, starting price for the Sequoia is at $56,140. With the options and accessories, the Sequoia stickers for $66,830. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Be sure to follow me on Instagram @DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button, and I see you all in the next video.